Okay, today we're going to be looking at using doubles and near doubles to help us in an adding calculation. Okay, so if we were trying to double a number, all we're doing is we're just adding it to itself. Okay, so if I wanted to double 2, for example, you're just going to have 2 add 2, all right, and then I end up with 4, okay? And because you know that the double of 2 is 4, that also means that we know that the double of 20, add 20 would also be 40, okay? Because we know that 2 2's together makes a 4, all right? So 2 10's together makes 4 10's, okay? We can also use it for doubling anything that has 2 digits. So if we wanted to double 12, for example, I know that 2 2's is 4. So I'm going to have 4 in my units column, and then I'm just going to add the 10's together, and 2 10's together, here it would be 2 10's, we'd have 24. Okay? Knowing your doubles, or knowing your single digit doubles will help you to solve double digit doubles, okay? So if we know, for example, 2 add 2 is 4, or we'll start with 1 and 1. 3 add 3 is 6, 4 add 4 is 8, 5 add 5 is 10, 6 add 6 is 12, 7 add 7 is 14, 8 add 8 is 16, 9 add 9 is 18, okay? And as you might have noticed, when all our doubled numbers are even, okay, there are no knobbly bits on any of our doubled numbers, and they go up in 2, okay? So our pattern here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, they are all even numbers, okay, and they increase by 2. Okay, so if you ever go to double a number and you have an uneven number, you have 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 as in part of your units column of your answer, then you know that, oops, I've made a mistake. Okay, so we can use these rules to help us with more complicated questions, okay? So for example, if I wanted to double 24, all right, 24 add 24, I would know that, oh, I've got 4 in my units column, okay? So my 2 4's together here, 2 4's together is equal to 8 units, and I've got 2 10's here and 2 10's here, and 2 2's together is 4. So I have 48 altogether. All right? Or if we were going to double something a bit bigger, say we wanted to double 37, okay? 37 becomes a little bit more complicated because I know that if I double my 7's, I'm actually going to get 14, all right? So I'm going to get 14 from doubling my 7's, and 30 and 30 together is going to be 60, so I have to add those two together, which is going to be 4 units and 7 10's. Okay, so be careful, anything over 4, as soon as I double it, then I'm adding an extra 10 as well, okay? Because they cross over the 10's line. So double 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you're going to be adding an extra 10 to your answer. All right, so you guys have done doubles before, you know about doubles. We'll do a little bit of practice with doubles today just to get you guys back into it. But we're also going to do a practice with near doubles, okay? So a practice with near doubles just means that if I, say for example, there's a little girl called Susie, and she has a friend called Tom, okay? And Susie comes to school with let's say 16 pencils. Okay, and Tom comes to school with 15 pencils. Okay, when we go to add them together, what we can think is, there's lots of different ways to do it, but we're going to practice doing it with near doubles today, okay? Which just means almost doubles. Okay, so we're near the doubling mark, but we're just going to have a think about it. So we've got 15 here and 16 here. So I've got 15, add 16, which is actually really, really close. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, no, let's pretend that this is a 15 for a minute. I'm going to put my extra one off to the side for now. So instead, I'm just doubling 15. Okay, so to double 15, I've got my 2 5s here, which is going to be 10, and then I've got a 10 and a 10 here, which is going to be 20, and those two together is 30. Ooh, not 20, 30. Okay, but I have to remember my little 1 that I put to the side here, so I pop that back on to my 30, and I'm going to end up with, well, 30. I'll just leave that there, 30. Add my extra 1 is going to be equal to 31. So 15 add 16 is 31. Because my near doubles is almost 15 add 15, but just with an extra 1 on my 16. So I turn it into 15 add 15, and I remember to add my 1 on later, and I just pop it onto my answer at the end. Okay? Maybe the next day, Susie comes to school, and she has 28, and what could she have 28 of? 28 Smarties. Okay, and then Tom comes to school and he has, let's see, 27 Smarties. Okay. So we're adding those, we want to add them together, so we've got 28, add 28, add 27, but really what we could do is we could pretend we have 27, add 27, so I've turned this into a 27, which means I've got a 1 over on the side here. I have to remember to add that on later, alright? So my 27, add 27, I'll add my units together first. I know that 7 and 7 is 14, 20 and 20 is 40, so 14 and 40 together is 54. But remember, I have to add on my wee 1, okay? So it'd be 54, would be my double of 27, but it's a near double, so it's actually 28, so I need to add on my extra 1. So 54 plus this extra little guy here would be 55, okay? So what we're going to do today is we're going to practice doubles and near doubles. So what we're going to do is we're going to, when I give you a question of near doubles, so for example, if I gave you 12 add 13, okay, we're going to write it underneath 12 add 12 add 1, okay? Because what we're doing is we've got our double here, but we've got this extra 1 here that we took away from the 13 to make it into a 12, which would be 24, add 1, which is equal to 25. Okay? So that's how we're going to lay it out today. I'll put that on your sheet though. Perfect!